Okay, you guys have another witness ready?
State calls, Constance. Please say and spell your first and last name.
Hollis Brown, HOLLISBROWN.
And how are you employed, Ms. Brown?
I'm a crime scene technician for the City of Atlanta Police Department
How long have you been a crime scene tech with Atlanta Police Department?
since October 3rd, 2019.
Since 2019. And what are your duties as a crime scene tech?
My jobs are to collect and preserve the evidence.
And have you had any specific training in regards to evidence collection?
Yes.
Can you talk to us about the training you had?
I did my training at Gypstick, and it was a week course. We went over courtroom testimony and how to collect and tape bag evidence.
And how long was that training? You said a week long?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other additional trainings that you've taken over the course of your career in regards to evidence collection?
Just that one course.
And were you employed with Atlanta Police Department in 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you involved in the case on July 4th of 2020?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you, how many cases were you involved in that?
I'm sorry, that day?
How many cases, yes.
I'm not sure.
Were you called to the scene of University and Fire?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you remember how you got called to University and Fire?
Yes, I was raised over the radio from an officer to respond to that location.
Did you have any information as to what had occurred at that location?
I responded to a 5048,
What's a 5048?
a homicide.
And when you arrived on the scene, did you go directly to University and Fire?
Yes.
And when you got there, what did you observe?
The scene was very chaotic. It was cloudy outside. There was SWAT, a few officers on that scene.
Can you describe what that overall area looks like? Is it a residential area? Is it a business area?
More like a business area. There's there's two gas stations. There was a Wendy's over there, a liquor store.
Any other businesses? I think you said a gas station, a liquor store.
There's about 3 or 4 gas stations in that one area, and then there's the Wendy's beside the gas station.
Did you do anything to secure the scene when you arrived?
No, ma'am. I just got the walkthrough with the officer.
Do you recall what officer you walked through?
No, ma'am.
And did that officer give you any directions as to what needed to be collected or memorialized?
Yes.
And what was it that the officer indicated you needed to do in regards to evidence collection?
Well, once I got to the scene, they told me we would have to process it fairly quick because of how the scene was. Once I got there, they showed me where all the shell casings were, and I went ahead and photographed and collected the casings.
When you said it was a chaotic scene, what do you mean it was a chaotic scene?
There was still a lot of people in the parking lot area where the Wendy's was. There was a lot of police officers where the liquor store was, at the gas station. I actually had an officer walking with me on the scene to make sure I was okay.
And when you say people, were other people outside of the police officers?
Yes, ma'am.
If you could look through State's Exhibits 31. Through 56.
Have you guys seen those?
No, Your Honor. They've been received, discovered.
Okay.
They provided and discovered that they were.
Will you just let them see what exhibits you're talking about? That way they'll know what exhibits you're talking about.
Is anyone else taking photographs in that area?
I'm sorry.
Was there anyone else that was, tasked with taking photographs?
No, ma'am.
And you said that you walked the scene with the officer. How long did it take you to walk the scene with the officer?
Probably all of 2 minutes.
And I think I was asking you, were you able to count the number of people that were out there at the scene?
It was a lot of people.
And where were those people as you were walking the scene with the officer?
There were some at the gas station that was beside the Wendy's, and the Wendy's parking lot was pretty packed.
Were you able to observe whether or not any of those individuals were armed at all?
I'm not sure.
And how many other officers were out there with you?
It had to have been over 15, 20.
I'm sorry. You said how many?
There had to have been over 15 or 20 officers.
And do you recall if the detective was on the scene?
Yes.
What detective was on the scene?
I remember Shepard.
Were there any other detectives on the scene?
I'm pretty sure there were, but I just remember Shepard.
How long were you at that location?
I may have been there for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
And after you did you take any photographs?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your process once when taking photographs of the scene?
Once I get to the scene, I go ahead and take my overalls, and then when I find my evidence, I go ahead and do my mid-ranges to show where the evidence is on that location, and close-ups to show you what the evidence is.
So you said the overall,
Mid-range.
mid-range, and the close-up.
Yes, ma'am.
And have you had a chance to look at states 31 through 56?
Yes.
And what's 31, states 31 through 56?
These are photos of the scene and the evidence on the scene.
And do they accurately depict the photographs that you took on that evening?
Yes.
State would ask the state's exhibits 31 through 56 be admitted to evidence and published to the jury.
Any objection?
Yes, Your Honor, what I was provided was through 57, and
I'm not showing 57. It's not a picture.
So for 31 through 56.
no objection, Your Honor.
Okay, those are admitted and you can publish. It takes a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm done with my stalling questions while they're looking at the pictures, so. Here we go. Can you tell me what we are looking at in state's exhibit number 31?
This is an overall of the liquor store at that location.
What are we seeing on the outside of the liquor store?
It's been boarded up.
Did you have any conversation with anybody to understand why it had been boarded up?
No, ma'am.
And in state's exhibit 32?
These are photos of the cameras in front of the liquor store.
And state's exhibit 33?
This is another camera in front of the liquor store
Why did you take photographs of the cameras?
to show where they were, and if anything had been done on that scene, it could show that the cameras were pointed in that direction or where they were located.
And do you provide that information to Detective Shepard?
We went over it when we were at the liquor store.
And state's exhibit 34, what are you looking at in state's exhibit 34?
This is an overall of the location and the street.
And do you recall which street this is we're looking at?
This is University.
And do you recall where the Wendy's is located in state's exhibit 34?
It's to the left where you see that white van.
And so from this vantage point, where would you have been standing on University Avenue?
75 is behind me, and in front of me is, well, where the patrol vehicles are. A little bit further up is a railroad track.
Where would the liquor store have been that we saw earlier in state's exhibit 31?
Behind me,
On the right or the left?
to the right.
And so you seen in the middle of the liquor store and the Wendy's looking down to University?
Yes, ma'am.
Where the liquor store is on the right, Wendy's is on the left?
Yes.
Why do you take this overall photograph?
It's to show the location of where I'm at.
In state's exhibit 35, what's pictured in that?
This is also an overall photo of the location.
What specific area are we looking at? Are we looking at the right side of of the street or the left side of the street?
This will be considered the right side of the street.
Is that the same side that the liquor store is on?
Yes.
And State's Exhibit 36?
This is the overall photo of the right side of the street, and I'm a little bit closer to the patrol vehicles that were down at the other end of the street.
State's Exhibit 37?
This is also another overall. To the right, you can see the gas station. Right beside it is the Wendy's, and to the left, there's a Texaco. Across the street from that Texaco is where the liquor store is.
Where would you have been standing at this vantage point to take that photograph?
Directly beside the Wendy's, and it's to my right.
So at that point now, you're at the other end of the street, taking it upward. Which direction does that have? Is that headed towards the highway?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's Exhibit 38?
This is also overall.
Are you at that same location from State's Exhibit 37?
Yes, ma'am.
State's Exhibit 39?
This is the overall from the right side, and the Wendy's is straight ahead.
State's Exhibit 40?
This is the sidewalk that's in front of the Wendy's, the driveway area.
And what is there writing in that photograph?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us what that says?
Rayshard Brooks, Lil Mac, RIP, BLM.
Are you familiar with the terms BLM?
Yes, ma'am.
And what does that mean?
Black Lives Matter.
And State's Exhibit 41?
These are a photo of an overall of my markers.
I'm gonna, that's a touch screen for me, so I want to walk through where the markers are. And can you tell us what, when you say markers, what does that mean?
Those are placards I put down beside my evidence.
So each place that you see a marker, there's some type of evidence.
Yes, ma'am.
If we could zoom in. Can you point to where you have markers at on State's Exhibit 41? And you should be able to tap the screen and be able to kind of circle it.
Okay. Can you see it? Okay, thank you.
How many placards are in what you just circled in there?
There are 3. There's 1. 1. 1. And another one.
It's a little bit out of view on the, my right here, left hand side. Where those 3 placards are. Where is that located? Are you able to tell where that is located in your overall?
Yes.
Can you? If you could tap screen and take that. Where would those 3 markers have been?
About in this area,
In that area right there?
along the white line.
Along the white line?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's 34, are you able to tell us where those 3 markers would have been? How would you describe that area that you just marked on State's Exhibit number 34?
It's still to the right where the white line is. There's some building off to the right over here also.
Is there like a driveway right there in that area?
Yes, ma'am.
And how far would you say what is that pole? Is that a light pole?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How far away were those 3 markers from that light pole?
They weren't too far away from the light pole.
Are you able to show us where your marker 11 would have been? And where is that located on State's Exhibit 34?
It's in the middle of the street on the double yellow lines.
Now moving on to State's Exhibit 42. What is depicted in State's 42?
Marker number 1 with a live round.
And if you could just explain, what is a live round?
A live round is a bullet that hasn't been fired yet.
And were you able to determine the caliber of that live round?
If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was a .223.
State's Exhibit 2.
It's a picture of marker number 2 with a casing.
And State's Exhibit 2, would that have been on that right-hand side by that light pole close to the white lines where State's Exhibit 2 was located?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said it's a shell casing. Were you able to determine the caliber of that shell casing?
If I recall, it's still a .223.
Can you repeat
We
that?
were-
Oh, I'm sorry. If I recall, it's still a .223.
And what's the picture in State's Exhibit 3?
It's the picture of marker number 3 with a casing.
And were you able to determine that caliber of casing?
Still a .223 round.
And where would marker number 3 have been? And is that still on that right-hand side where you circled earlier by that light pole
Yes, ma'am. It's in the grass area.
in the grass area? And State's number 4?
Yes, ma'am. It's also by that white line.
And were you able to determine the caliber of that?
.223.
And State's number 46?
Marker number 5 with another .223 round.
Is that a round or a?
I'm sorry, a casing.
And State's Exhibit 6? I'm sorry, 47. I'm looking at the-
That's okay. Marker number 6 also with the .223 casing.
And were we still talking about in that general area where the light pole is, near the white lines in the street?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's Exhibit 48?
It's marker number 7 also with the casing, .223.
And State's Exhibit 49?
That's marker number 8 also with the .223 casing.
And was that still in that same area that we've been discussing on that right-hand side across from the window?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's Exhibit number 9?
It's marker number 9 with the casing.
And where is that located on that scene?
This one looks like it's located on the sidewalk or the driveway area where the Wendy's is.
So I'm gonna go back up. Was it in that area?
Yes, ma'am. Can I draw?
And if you could just describe where you're drawing it on State's Exhibit 40?
On the sidewalk area towards the bottom under the RIP where the crack is in the sidewalk.
And that's where your number 9 is located.
Yes, ma'am.
And what was that caliber of that shell casing?
That's also a .223.
And State's Exhibit 10?
That's marker number 10 with a live round, .223.
And State's Exhibit number 11?
That's a projectile on the double lines in the middle.
Were you able to determine what caliber projectile?
No, ma'am.
Why not?
That's a part of crime lab.
When you say it's a part of crime lab,
I'm sorry, they handle ballistics.
are they able to do further analysis and testing to give you more information about shell casings, calibers, projectiles,
Yes, ma'am.
and State's Exhibit 53?
This is going to be an overall of the location. So this gas station is a little bit further up on the same side of the Wendy's.
On the same side of the window?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's Exhibit 54?
This is an overall of the ramp heading to 75 North.
Is that the same area that was just depicted in 53?
Yes, ma'am.
And State's Exhibit number 12?
That's an overall of a casing.
Who directed you to go up there where State's Exhibit 55 was located?
The investigator.
Did you know whether or not that was involved in what happened on University?
I'm not sure.
And State's Exhibit number 56?
That's a close-up of the shell casing.
And what caliber of shell casing was that?
It's a 9mm.
I'm about to hand you some evidence. Will you look?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And I'm handing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 60 and 60L. Do you recognize State's 60 and 60L?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you recognize State's 60 and 60L?
Excuse me. I noticed my handwriting on the back of the tape on the bags.
So when you're collecting evidence, what do you do as far as supervisor?
Once I collect the casings and the projectile, I put them in little coin pouches and I seal it with tape.
And is that what's in State 60 and 60L?
Yes.
It's stated as in State 60 and 60L in the evidence.
Any objection? 60 and 60L?
No, Your Honor.
They're admitted.
So start with State 60 and tell us what's contained. Just regular 60, not 60L.
Are you saying A or L? A? L, okay.
And can you tell us what is contained in State 60?
My casings.
And are they labeled as states number 60A through 60K?
Yes.
And do you recognize those items?
Yes, ma'am.
60A through 60K. How do you recognize those items?
Because they're my casings from my scene with my handwriting.
It's stated as a state 60A through K.
60A through K? Any objection to 60A through K?
No, Your Honor.
They're admitted.
And can you tell us what is contained in state 60A?
This is a LC20.
What's the LC2?
It's a casing.
What, are you able to tell us what caliber of casing that is?
A 223 round.
What, of your markers 1 through 12 would that have been that's contained in state 60A?
This one is marker number 6.
And you said it was a 223?
Yes, ma'am.
And state 60B.
This is also going to be a 223 LC.
And what marker would that have been at?
Marker number 3.
And state 60C?
Also a LC20, a 223.
And what marker number would that have been?
Marker number 5.
And states exhibit 60D?
(223) LC20,
And what marker number would that have been?
number 4.
And states exhibit 60E?
It's marker number 2. It's a 223 LC20.
And what marker that would have that been?
Number 2.
And 60F?
going to be a LC 20,
And what marker number would that have been?
marker number 8.
And 60G?
The LC 20,
And what caliber is that?
223,
And what marker number would that have been?
marker number 7.
And 68?
This is a 223 REM Frontier.
REM Frontier? What is that again?
That's the make of the caliber.
And where would that have been located in your marking?
Wendy's driveway. It's marker number 9.
Number 9. And States Exhibit 60I?
This is the 9mm Luger. The casing, it's marker number 12 on the ramp.
And that would have been up kind of going near the highway, looking back at the movies?
Yes, ma'am.
And States Exhibit 60J?
It's a 223 REM Frontier.
And is that a casing as well?
No, ma'am. This is a live round.
And what is a live round mean?
It's a bullet that's still intact.
So it hadn't been fired.
No, ma'am.
And States Exhibit 60K?
It's going to be marker number 1. This is a 223 FC REM. And this is also a live round.
And looking at those casings and rounds that you have, that's in state 60A through K, did you notice any damages at all to those items?
Yes, ma'am.
In your experience and knowledge, what would have caused that type of damage to those casings and projectiles that you talked about?
If there's a lot of traffic on the road, cars are running over casings.
And when you got to the scene, was there traffic in the area?
No, ma'am.
Were there a lot of people in the area?
Yes, ma'am.
And could you open states, I think it's 60L.
I, or you say L?
60L. It's in the other bag. Do you recognize state 60L?
Yes.
How are you recognize state 60L?
My handwriting is on the back.
And would that have been a piece of evidence that you collected while you were on the scene of the university and prior?
Yes.
Say that state 60L be this evidence.
Any objection? 60L? It's admitted. I think it had been previously admitted.
I'm sorry.
I think it had been previously admitted, just in case. Better safe than sorry.
Now, do you know what was going on the scene before you arrived at the university and prior?
No, ma'am. It was 4th of July. Everything was up that day.
Thank you. What is contained in state 60L?
It's a projectile
And where was that projectile found?
in the middle of the street, marker number 11.
Marker number 1. And do you know the caliber of that projectile at all?
No, ma'am.
When you said you're unable to tell us what that is, that would have to be the GBI?
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing further.
Cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Good afternoon, ma'am. I just have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
In reference to,
Yes, ma'am.
in reference to, what you did on that day, you mentioned that you had an officer or the detective that was with you.
Yes, ma'am.
So
They give me a walkthrough of the scene, and if I find anything else, then I'll mention it to the detective whether it needs to be collected or not.
And with they give you a walkthrough of the scene.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you describe what that is?
So when I get to the scene, I go ahead and give my sheet, like a verification form, to the officer, and they walk me through the scene as far as telling me where everything is, what they're looking for, or whatever the case may be.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Any redirect?
Just one, did you find anything in addition to what the detective had pointed out to you to photograph or collect?
Not that I recall.
Any objection to?
Objection, Your Honor.
Hey, you can be excused. Thanks for joining us today.
What do we do with this evidence?
I'll come get it.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, guys, it's been 2 hours. Do you want a little break before then?
Yes.
And prior to today, crime scene tech you had an opportunity to review those photographs in detail prior to your testimony.
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors, are those photographs that you took as it relates to the vehicle that you were asked to come to the cage and process and photograph on July 6th of 2020?
Yes.
At this time, I have the statement tender with remark in state exhibits 58 through 103.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
They're admitted, and you can publish.
Thank you, Judge. Now, crime scene said done. I'm gonna kind of speed through some of these because we have seen pictures of the car from its initial being photographed by your colleague, crime scene tech Davis. But can you explain to the jurors why you take additional photos that may be similar to what another crime scene tech has taken, but the location is different? What's the purpose of that?
You said why we take similar photos, but the location is different?
Yes.
Well, the location is different here because this car was towed from where it was originally to our cage.
Let me ask another question. These photographs, are they used to document where the car is when processing?
Oh. Yes, this is pretty much documentation of where the actual vehicle was when I processed it.
Now, in these first series of photos, in state exhibit 58 through 62, so 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. Can you tell the jurors these initial photographs, this series of photographs that you take, what is the purpose of taking the photographs and what are you documenting?
Pretty much I'm documenting every angle of the vehicle, the front, driver's side, passenger side, rear of the vehicle, just to show overall how the vehicle looks.
And when you're taking a series of photographs or photographs in general, as you're documenting the processing you do of either a crime scene or, in this instance, a vehicle, do you use the same typical photographing techniques that we've heard about previously, where you'll take an overall, a mid-range, and a close-up?
Yes.
And the photographs that I showed you, are there instances in the series of photographs where we're not showing the overall, the mid-range, and the close-up?
Yes.
Okay. We're not hiding any photos from anybody, right?
No.
Now, I want to show you State Exhibit 63. Is this photograph taken just to document the information of the bin and the identifying characteristics of this specific vehicle?
Yes.
Now, in State Exhibit 64, can you tell the jurors why you photographed the tire here specifically as relating to this photo?
Well, I photographed it because it's damaged. So pretty much any type of damage that the vehicle might have, I'm a photograph it because it might be related to something involved in a crime.
And is that what you're doing in the next series of photos in State Exhibit 65 as it relates to the this front tire?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors the photographs 64 and 65 of the tires that are either flat or deflated, is that the passenger side or the driver's side of the vehicle?
I believe it's the passenger side.
And you talked about documenting damage as you're taking the overall photos of the front, back, and the side views of, in this instance, a vehicle. In State Exhibit 66 and 67, are you just photographing damage that you saw when you began to process the vehicle as related to the front windshield?
Yes.
And to be fair, to ask you a question, do you know how that damage got there?
No, I do not.
Okay. And were you present on the scene when a shooting may have occurred?
No.
Okay. Is your job, I guess, begin after processing of the actual crime scene has occurred and the vehicle has been towed to the location here at the case?
Yes.
Now, after you've taken your overall and the series of photos you've described of the outside of the vehicle, before you begin to mark items of evidence, do you do the same technique you've described with photographing the inside of the car?
Yes, I photographed the inside.
And is that what we're seeing in State Exhibit 68, 69, 70, and 71?
Yes.
And as it relates to State Exhibit 72, can you explain to the jurors what is the focus of the photograph, the purpose of this photograph?
The purpose of this photograph is to show the defect that's located in the back seat.
Okay. And as it relates to any defects that you find either inside or outside the car, do you then take additional photos where you mark with either placards or some sort of sticker to identify the actual piece of evidence in which you are photographing and processing?
Yes.
Okay. I want to show you State Exhibit 73. Can you tell the jurors in State Exhibit 73 what the A's and B on State Exhibit 73 signify and the purpose that you put those markers there?
A and B are the markers, the markings of the defects that were located in the rear of the vehicle.
And you said you've been working in the city of Atlanta for how many years?
A little over 10.
And in your 10 years, I think you said you've only worked specifically as a crime scene tech and now a supervisor in that unit?
Correct.
Can you tell the jurors, you use the term defect, what does that mean? And based on your number of years of experience going to crime scenes and seeing defects like this, can you explain or tell the jurors what these defects appear to be caused by?
Usually, the defects are usually known to be caused by a bullet.
And can you tell the jurors, how do you know that, based on your training and experience, these are defects that are caused by a bullet instead of, let's say, a knife or a rock or something like that?
Well, usually by the shape of the defect. It's mostly round.
Okay. Is that what we're seeing here in State Exhibit 74 and 75, both close-up versions of the marker A and marker B, signifying the defects you've previously described?
Yes.
And if we go back to State Exhibit 74, can you tell the jurors, and I'm going to go back to State Exhibit 73, the defects that are marked for the record purposes, A and B, where are they located as it relates to the quadrangular portion of the vehicle?
Well, A is located in the rear tailgate, and B is located at the bottom towards the bumper.
And if we're looking at State Exhibit 73, maybe a silly question, but would you consider the defects that you see in State Exhibit 73, the markers A and B, would you consider that to be the driver's side of the back of the vehicle or the trunk?
Yes, the driver's side.
Okay. Now, in State Exhibit 76, can you tell the jurors, do you see a marker that you use to signify a defect or an item of evidence as you process the car?
Yes.
And can you tell jurors, are we looking at something similar that you've described previously when you marked A and B in the back of the car?
Yes.
Okay. And just for the purposes of the jury and for the record, can you tell the jurors what area of the car are you photographing here?
That's the rear driver's side, like I guess you call it like quarter panel fender area.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors, as we get to State's Exhibit 77, close-up version, is this another defect based on your training experience from a bullet?
Yes.
Now, as it relates to State's Exhibit 78, what are we looking at in State's Exhibit 78 for evidentiary purposes as you process the car?
The letter markings of defects located in the rear passenger door.
Okay. When you say the rear passenger door,
I'm sorry, rear driver door.
Okay. So we're still on the driver's side of the vehicle, but it's the passenger door.
Right. Yeah, rear passenger side. The rear driver's side door.
We're all having trouble.
Yeah.
With the driver's backside. So in this instance, in the back door on the driver's side, you located 2 defects.
Yes.
And do you see in State's Exhibit 78 the window as it relates to that back door on the driver's side?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors, based on you being there and being able to observe the damage, can you explain to the jurors what we're looking at?
Pretty much just a shattered window.
Okay. And in your number of years of processing cars, does the glass from the window go further down into kind of the door where those defects can be seen with markers E and B?
Yes.
Based on your number of years, is that the reason for the shatter?
Yes.
Okay. Now, States Exhibit 79 and 80, are these just close-up photos of D and E, defects from bullets?
Yes.
And in States Exhibit 81, can you kind of describe where on the vehicle this defect marked with the letter marker F is on the driver's side of the Jeep?
The marker number F is at the bottom panel of the rear driver door.
And States Exhibit 82, just a close-up of the defect from the bullet that we just talked about in the bottom panel of the back driver's side door.
Yes.
And based on your training and experience, is that defect or that hole that is represented by marker F caused by a bullet as well?
Yes.
Now, as we move to States Exhibit 83, can you tell the jurors, obviously this is a door, which door on the car do these defects appear and marked with marker H and G?
The driver door.
Okay. And how many defects did you locate in the driver front door?
2.
Okay. And 84 and 85, are these just close-ups of the defects you described from bullets in G and H?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after you've kind of completed the same overall close-up, mid-range and close-up photos, after you've marked the defects from the outside of the car, do you then move to the inside of the car to do the same process?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors in States Exhibit 86, where are we on the inside of the car, and what is marker I signifying or identifying?
This is the inside of the driver's door, and marker number I is a defect located in the speaker area of the door.
And I want to move back quickly to States 83, where we're looking at H and G, the defects that are marked by H and G on the outside of the driver's side door. Does marker H line up with a bullet that went through the door and then out the speaker?
Yes.
And his marker, or excuse me, is States Exhibit 87, just a close-up version of the defect caused by the bullet exiting the speaker.
Yes.
And in State Exhibit 88, can you tell the jurors, are we still on the driver's side of the car as you photograph this?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors J and K, is this the back door or the front door?
This is the back door.
On the back door of the driver's side, in State Exhibit 88, you've marked, or you've put markers J and K. On the inside panel of the back driver's side door, what are those signify based on your training and experience?
That they could possibly be defects. Yes.
Based on your number of years working with the City of Atlanta Police Department, specifically in crime scene analysis, can you tell the jurors when a bullet goes through a surface here, like a car door or a trunk, what happens to a bullet as it travels through hard surfaces like metal and things that are also inside, like a window to a door?
Sometimes they come apart.
Okay. Is it fair to say that when you said they come apart, because some of the fragments come out and then other fragments stay inside?
Yeah, some stay out, some stay in.
And I want to show you State's Exhibit 89. Can you tell the jurors what we're looking at here as it relates to marker L?
That's another defect that was located at the bottom of the rear driver door.
And the defect that is marked on the inside of the rear driver's side door, the marker L, is that correlated with State's Exhibit 81, the marker F?
Yes.
And State Exhibit 90, is that just part of the series of photographs, the close-up photograph that was taken of L and the defect that's marked?
Yes.
I want to show you as we move inside or closer to the inside of the vehicle on the back driver's side. Do you see marker N in State Exhibit 91?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors what is marker N and how does that correlate to, if it does, to the previous marker that we just saw in State Exhibit 90, which is L, and then 81, which was State Exhibit F, I'm sorry.
Well, M is another defect that was located at the bottom. I can't really, I forget what the area is called, but it's located just below the rear driver frame of the door. So that's a defect that was marked with correlation to the defect that was L.
So in this instance, L is I'm going to call it an exit. We'll call it an exit wound from the car. Is this an exit wound from the entry of the bullet on the outside of the vehicle, which is marked F?
Correct.
And is State's Exhibit 91 and 92, which is marker M, is that a re-entry based on your training and experience of the bullet that traveled from the outside back lower panel of the driver's side back door out the inside of the driver door and then into the innermost part of the bottom part of the car?
Yes.
Now, what are we looking at in State Exhibit 93 as it relates to where we are inside the vehicle?
This is a photo of the back seat, well, the back part of the driver's seat with defects that were marked.
And can you tell the jurors, based on the number of years of processing vehicles and crime scenes, have you photographed the inside of vehicles as it relates to seats like we're looking at here in State Exhibit 93?
Yes.
Can you tell the jurors, have you ever had the opportunity to take apart a seat like this front driving seat in this Jeep?
I have before.
And can you tell the jurors, based on your experience in doing that and processing vehicles like this, what's inside of a typical seat?
It's a whole bunch of cushion.
Is there metal springs?
Spring, yes, metal springs, cushion, all types.
And in this instance, did you open up the driver's seat in State Exhibit 93?
No,
Okay. And is that something that was requested for you to be done? Was that something that was requested by the detective you were working in conjunction with when you processed this Jeep on June 6th of 2020?
no,
Okay. And in R&S, do you see the markers that we're looking at here in 93?
yes,
And can you tell the jurors, are those defects similar to the ones that you explained previously from your previous markers? I won't go through the alphabet, but is that the same general defect?
yes,
And did you then take the same series of photos that you have described for the other defects that you took, the mid-range and the close-up, as it relates to these defects marked by NRNS?
yes,
Is that what we're looking at in States Exhibit 94 and 95?
yes,
Now, if the, if there was a defect on, so I'm going to move to States Exhibit 96. Do you see the defect marked by O?
yes.
So, and where are we in the car as it relates to the defect that we're looking at here that you've marked with the letter O?
This is the back seat on the driver's side.
Okay. I just want to go back to States Exhibit 95 where we're looking at R and S, and then 94 where we're looking at the marker N. If there was a defect on the other side of the driver's seat, so the front, what I'll call it, of the driver's seat, would you have taken a series of photographs marking that and documenting that?
Yes,
Okay. In this instance, were there any defects in the front part of the driver's seat?
no,
Right. Now, as we move back to States Exhibit 96, can you tell the jurors, is this a close-up of the defects you described on the front, section of the driver back seat?
yes,
And as we move to State Exhibit 98, marker P, can you tell the jurors what is that marking for, and does that marker P correlate with any previous defect that you marked in the series of photographs that we've been looking at?
yes. P is the defect that's located on the back side of the rear passenger seat on the driver's side.
Okay. And I want to ask you to, when, based on your number of years working and documenting and processing crime scenes, can you tell the jurors when a bullet goes through, again, a surface like a metal part of the trunk, and then travels through a vehicle into the back of a seat like we're looking at here with the marker P in State Exhibit 98, can you tell the jurors as a bullet travels through surfaces like that, can the trajectory of the bullet change?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to this line of questioning. Will you approach?
Yes.
Training, the initial start of your position at the Atlanta Police Department, and continued training as it relates to crime scene processing.
Yes,
And during that training, or throughout your number of years, have you received training as it relates to trajectory of bullets, like we've been talking about?
not necessarily training on trajectory, but we have used trajectory rods before.
Okay. And the times that you've processed vehicles, how many times have you utilized trajectory rods as it relates to your training with those?
Sure, I could say a lot of times.
Okay. I'm asking, did you utilize trajectory rods in this instance as it relates to the processing of this vehicle?
No.
Why not?
Well, the investigator didn't request that.
So I'm going to move to State can you tell the jurors where in the car are we now, and what does this photograph signify?
The Q is the defect that's on the bottom, on the inside part of the tailgate.
And when we're looking at States of 98, we see the marker P. Do you see that?
Yes.
Is marker Q that we were just looking at in States Exhibit 100 kind of, is it the opposite, is it the same? I don't know how I want to phrase this.
Well,
Is it the back of the trunk that would lead you to States Exhibit P?
Yes.
Okay. So if I was to open the trunk of the Jeep, that would be the inside part of the trunk, and would that correlate with the bullet hole that you took on the outside of the trunk that was labeled A?
Labeled A. Yes, yes, yes.
And can you tell the jurors in States Exhibit 102 as it relates to marker T, what are we looking at there?
That's another defect on the side of the driver's seat.
And do you see on the marker R that we had previously talked about?
Yeah, that actually fell. Yeah. Yeah, it did. It did. That's not a defect. That actually fell off where its original place.
Sounds like APD's got a virus and some other things.
Yeah. That's sometimes, you know. Yeah.
And it states that the 103 is that as a close-up of the defect that you saw and photographed previously in states of the 102, but from the mid-range version.
Yes.
Now, can you tell the jurors as it relates to processing the vehicle, well, first, what is GSR, or gunshot residue?
Gunshot residue is pretty much the residue that disperses from when you fire a firearm.
Can you tell the jurors, in your number of years of working with crime scenes at the City of Atlanta Police Department, have you been trained on how to attempt to collect gunshot residue?
Yes.
And was that requested as it relates to the processing of the inside of the Jeep?
Yes.
And this may sound like a random question, but when you first encountered the Jeep and began to photograph it and process it, were all four of the windows up?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors what area of the car did you attempt to collect GSR gunshot residue, and how do you do that?
Well, I processed the inside of the driver's door along like the armrest area, top part, and I did the headliner on the driver's side and the headliner on the passenger side. And pretty much how we do a GSR is a GSR comes in a package, and it has three, well, usually we like to use them for hands, but you can also use a GSR on hands, and you could also use it on other different materials. So in our package, we have three like plastic vials about this big, and it's about the circumference size of a quarter. And each vial has a cap that comes with it. So you take that cap off, and once you take the cap off, there's a little black cylinder on the back side of that cap that's stuck to it. And then that cap is what is used to collect the gunshot residue. So for instance, if I was doing the gunshot residue on my hand, I would take that cap and pretty much just go in between the webs of my fingers and all over my hand, all the way up to my wrist. So in this instance with the vehicle, I just use that cap to tap along the areas of the headliner and the inside driver's door.
Recognize what it is.
Yes, this is a gunshot residue kit.
Okay. And is that the gunshot residue kit that you in the attempt to collect gunshot residue from the inside of the Jeep we've been talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And if you just cut open the safety of 104,
You want me to take it out?
Well, actually,
Okay.
You go with it, right?
Yep.
Inside, is that the contents of the gunshot residue kit that you used and attempted to collect gunshot residue inside that vehicle?
Yes.
So, at this time, I'm going to state, tell me what the market states is the 104 evidence.
No objection, Your Honor.
Now, it states in the 58, as we're looking at the front of the car, can you kind of tell the jurors, you said, where did you attempt to collect GSR as it relates to the front of the front compartment of the vehicle?
The headliner just above the driver's seat and the passenger seat.
When you say the headliner, it states in the 58, would it be the fabric or whatever material a vehicle has that's above the windshield and leading to the roof of the inside of the car?
Yes.
And you said something about not only did you test the headliner, but you tested an area of the front driver's side kind of door area.
Yes.
Can you explain to the jurors where generally did you test the front driver part of the actual door?
I tested the area just above the armrest where the latch is to actually to get out of the car. That whole area above the armrest.
Okay. And would it be the armrest that would be located where the controls for the windows would be?
Right. Where the window controls are located.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors when you use the kit that's contained in Section 104, you described how you do it on a person's hand. How would you attempt to collect gunshot residue or GSR from the headliner or the part of the driver's side door that you just talked about?
Oh, like I said, I would just have to use that cap that has that little black disc on the back side of it and just pretty much just tap along that whole surface area to collect possible GSR.
And would you say, as it relates to the headliner, did you test the majority, if not all, of the headliner that's contained within the front compartment of the vehicle?
Yes, I did the whole front portion of the headliner leading from the driver's side all the way to the passenger side in the front portion of the vehicle.
Once you completed the tapping motion that you just described, I won't repeat it because I won't do it as well as you. But what do you do with the kit?
The kit, once everything is all done,
Yes.
once I'm done, I pretty much put everything back inside of the packaging, seal it up, evidence tape, and then I'll send it to the GBI for GSR analysis.
Once you finish the GSR collection kit that you've described, did that complete the task that you were requested to do when working with the homicide detective in this instance?
Yes.
I don't think I have any further questions for you this time, pending
Cross-examination?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Very briefly. And I apologize, I don't recall your previous answer. You've been doing crime scene technology for how long?
Over 10 years.
And has all of that been with the Atlanta Police Department?
Yes.
There was a picture that was of, I believe you called that area the cage. What was that area where you photographed the car, or did the crime scene technology investigation?
You said where was the area?
Where was the car?
It was in our cage where we bring our vehicles for storage.
And where is that?
It's outside in the back of the public safety annex building.
Is that Donald Lee Hollowell?
Yes.
And how do cars get to Donald Lee Hollowell?
They're towed by a tow truck.
Is that something that is commonly done?
Yes.
And typically, when a case is ongoing, how long do you keep the car there?
It depends. I just don't really know. I don't know the exact time or how long. I just know when they call us out to process cars, I go out there and process the car.
Well, do you know how long a car can be there? Is it an indefinite amount of time?
Yes, it's possible.
So you can keep a car 1 day, 1 week, 1 year, 10 years, correct?
I don't want to say that long, but it could be up to weeks,
Years too, correct?
possibly.
Do you know where the car is now?
No,
Is it still in the cage?
I don't know.
Why, in your experience, as you indicated, you have done trajectory rods, I believe you said lots of times, correct?
Yes.
Why?
Well, trajectory rods are used to show the path and angle of a bullet from a shooting.
And by showing the path and angle of a shooting, it is also helpful in determining the location of the shooter, isn't that correct?
Correct.
For example, as you showed that car seat back, well, I'll withdraw that. When you discussed the front car seat, there's a question about what's on the inside of that car seat, and I think you indicated foam, correct?
Yeah, cushion, and wiring, not wiring, but, cushion and
And spring.
springs, yeah.
Well, in terms of that back seat, is there any damaged wiring in the back seat or springs?
That one, no, because I didn't cut open the seat.
And if I can approach the witness, you got scissors, right?
Yeah,
But no one cut open the back of the car seat, correct?
correct.
So no one made any determination if there were any damaged springs or wires, correct?
Correct.
And no one used trajectory rods on that car, correct?
Correct.
So as you indicated that the purpose of trajectory rods is to determine the angle of the shooting, correct?
Correct.
And also to give one an idea of the location of the shooter, correct?
Correct.
If that car is no longer in the possession of the Atlanta Police Department, the opportunity to determine the angle of that shooting is lost, correct?
Possibly.
And it's also lost to determine the possible position of the shooter, correct?
Correct.
All right?
Correct.
Lost forever, correct?
I can't say forever.
Unless you get the car back, right?
Correct.
Right now, as far as you know, you don't know if the car is even in the cage anymore, do you?
I don't know.
No one ever directed you to do trajectory rods.
Correct.
No one ever directed you to get the angle of the shots, correct?
Correct.
No one ever directed you to get an idea of the position of the shooter, correct?
Correct.
No more questions?
Just have a few. Do you have any question based on your number of years of training and experience that the vehicle you processed, the Jeep, back in July of 2020, that it took on gunfire on the driver's side of that car?
Yes.
Do you have any doubt or question that that's where the defects are from?
No doubt.
And can you tell the jurors, based on your knowledge, do you know that, are you aware of any requests made by defense to process that vehicle in the first 6 months,
No.
in the first year?
No.
Are you aware of any requests for the processing of that vehicle based on your knowledge of the case?
No.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors, we talked about trajectory and use of trajectory rods. Does a video of a shooting help assist determining the angles in which, in this instance, a car took on gunfire?
It possibly can.
If a vehicle is in motion when it's taking on gunfire, then that affects the trajectory or angle that bullet enters a car.
It can.
Nothing further.
Moving or not, left is left and right is right, correct?
Correct.
You don't take your direction from defense attorneys, do you?
No.
The detective directs you, correct?
Correct.
The government, the state, the district attorney, they direct you, correct?
I can't say correct to that one. No.
Did you know that in this case, Mr. Conley wasn't indicted until sometime in 2021?
I had no clue.
Did you know that in this case, the car was gone before Mr. Conley was even indicted?
No.
No further questions.
Did you know, crime scene had done, that Mr. Connolly had a lawyer representing him prior to his arrest? Did you know that?
No.
Did you know that Mr. Connolly had a lawyer prior to charges being taken out for the crime scene that he's here right now for?
No.
Did you know that Mr. Connolly had a lawyer well before he was indicted?
No.
And do you have any knowledge of his counsel at the time requesting the DA's office or the Atlanta Police Department to process the Jeep that you just talked about?
No.
No further questions.
In all your years of experience and all the lots of rotting that you've been instructed to do, give me a percentage. Has it been closer to 99% or 100% of the time that your direction came from the detective?
Let's say 80% of the time.
80% of the time,
Yeah.
your direction came from the detective,
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct.
but not from defense.
No.
No further questions?
No further questions.
Okay.
I know I told you that we would always leave by 5 unless I warned you in advance. One more short witness who can't be here tomorrow. Can you stay for a few more minutes? Okay. One more witness. Did you guys send somebody out for the witness, or do you need the deputy? Okay, thank you.
Reference testimony in court is true. Go ahead and have a seat. United States, by your name before.
Do you want my professional name or my government name?
Let's do both.
My professional name is Tom Jones. That's Tomjones. The name my mother gave me is Tommy Jones. That's Tommyjones.
Well, I'm just going to call you Mr. Jones.
Hey, it's fine with me.
Now, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
For those of us who may not recognize you, can you tell the jurors how you are employed?
I'm employed with WSB TV. I'm a senior reporter there.
And how long have you been a reporter with WSB TV here in Atlanta?
For 23 years.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors as it relates to the stories that you report on? Do you report on a specific type of story or all types?
Well, I'll cover anything, but mostly I cover crime in courts. I love crime in courts and how it all comes together, so I usually venture toward those types of stories. But I'll typically cover anything.
Mr. Jones, can you tell the jurors, did you report on a shooting that happened on July 4th of 2020 in relation to the death of 8-year-old Secoriea Turner?
I did.
And can you tell the jurors, did you report initially on the shooting and Secoria's death?
Yes, I reported on all aspects of this incident, from the Rayshard Brooks, from that shooting, and it evolved into what happened to Secoriea Turner. So I was actively involved in a lot of that coverage that we did on that story. So I reported on several stories in relationship to this incident.
And were you contacted or requested to cover, in relation to the story you just described, a press conference where Julian Conley and Jackie Patterson were being interviewed, or were the subjects of the press conference?
Well, I remember at the time that Atlanta police put out a bolo for persons of interest in the shooting involving Secoriea Turner, and Jackie Patterson, attorney Jackie Patterson, was representing one of the people who was in that bolo, that Be on the Lookout flyer. And I got an interview with Mr. Patterson and Mr. Conley surrounding the events of why he was on that bolo flyer. It wasn't a press conference, it was just me and those two.
Okay. And, the interview with Mr. Conley and Mr. Patterson, can you tell the jurors where that interview happened?
It happened in Jackie Patterson's office. It was in Midtown off Peachtree Road. I think it was 4800 block of Peachtree Road, not far from our station.
Okay. And you said, I guess, I know this was during COVID, and I know protocols may have been a little different, but when you interviewed Mr. Patterson and the defendant, Julian Conley, were you in the same room or area during that interview?
We were in Mr. Patterson's conference room. It was COVID, so protocols were in place, and we kept a distance from one another. They were on one side of the table, and I was on the other side, along with my photographer.
I know you kept the 6 feet that were required.
Yes, of course.
The individual that you've referenced today, Julian Conley, and you're welcome to stand, do you see the person that you interviewed that day in July?
Yes, I do.
And if you could, for the record, kind of point and identify the area he's in and describe an item of clothing that he's wearing and he's sitting to his right.
He's sitting to my right at the defense counsel's table. He has on a gray shirt, a gray suit, lighter blue, possibly lighter gray shirt with a striped tie.
Okay. And we're looking from your vantage point to his right. Is it a male or female next to Mr. Conley?
From my point of view,
Yes.
to my, it's a female to his right, a male to his left.
I'll let the record reflect that the witness, Mr. Jones, has identified the defendant, Julian Conley.
It will.
I don't want to get into any real specifics other than was the interview with Mr. Conley and Mr. Patterson that you did on July 13th of 2020, was that videotaped and aired on WSB TV Live?
It was videotaped and aired. It was a lead story, I believe, at 5, and it was at the top of the 6 o'clock newscast.
Okay. And this time around in the state, for the tender state exhibit 106 and 106A states 106A is a certificate of authenticity as it relates to state 106, which is the news story that was recorded. I think it's late. My brain is working. It is recorded and then later aired with Mr. Jones, the defendant,
So the first one is the video, the second one is the certificate of authenticity?
Yes, Your Honor, filed with the tentative nature of the business records exception. It was noticed defense counsel previously, and it's a self-authenticated document due to the certificate of authenticity.
No objections to that?
To the admission of both those exhibits?
No, no objection to the certificate of authenticity and the business records exception.
What is your objection to?
The other, is it the entire news, is it the entire news story? If it's the entire news story, I'd object to that.
It's the entire news story that was served to the defense counsel years ago.
Can we approach Your Honor?
Yes.
Recording testimony in the court of the truth. Go ahead and have a seat in the United States by your name.
Do you want my professional name or my government name?
Let's do both.
My professional name is Tom Jones. That's Tomjones. The name my mother gave me is Tommy Jones. That's Tommyjones.
Well, I'm just going to call you Mr. Jones.
Hey, it's fine with me.
Now, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
For those of us who may not recognize you, can you tell the jurors how you are employed?
I'm employed with WSB TV. I'm a senior reporter there.
And how long have you been a reporter with WSB TV here in Atlanta?
For 23 years.
Okay. And can you tell the jurors as it relates to the stories that you report on? Do you report on a specific type of story or all types?
Well, I'll cover anything, but mostly I cover crime in courts. I love crime in courts and how it all comes together, so I usually venture toward those types of stories. But I'll cover anything.
Mr. Jones, can you tell the jurors, did you report on a shooting that happened on July 4th of 2020 in relation to the death of 8-year-old Secoriea Turner?
I did.
And can you tell the jurors, did you report initially on the shooting and Secoria's death?
Yes, I reported on all aspects of this incident, from the Rayshard Brooks, from that shooting, and it evolved into what happened to Secoriea Turner. So I was actively involved in a lot of that coverage that we did on that story. So I reported on several stories in relationship to this incident.
And were you contacted or requested to cover, in relation to the story you just described, a press conference where Julian Conley and Jackie Patterson were being interviewed, or were the subjects of the press conference?
Well, I remember at the time that Atlanta police put out a bolo for persons of interest in the shooting involving Secoriea Turner, and Jackie Patterson, attorney Jackie Patterson, was representing one of the people who was in that bolo, that Be on the Lookout flyer. And I got an interview with Mr. Patterson and Mr. Conley surrounding the events of why he was on that bolo flyer. It wasn't a press conference, it was just me and those two.
Okay. And, the interview with Mr. Conley and Mr. Patterson, can you tell the jurors where that interview happened?
It happened in Jackie Patterson's office. It was in Midtown off Peachtree Road. I think it was 4800 block of Peachtree Road, not far from our station.
Okay. And you said, I guess for you, I know this was during COVID, and I know protocols may have been a little different, but when you interviewed Mr. Patterson and the defendant, Julian Conley, were you in the same room or area during that interview?
We were in Mr. Patterson's conference room. It was COVID, so protocols were in place, and we kept a distance from one another. They were on one side of the table, and I was on the other side, along with my photographer.
I definitely not moving question. I know you kept the 6 feet that were required.
Yes, of course.
The individual that you referenced today, Julian Conley, and you're welcome to stand, do you see the person that you interviewed that day in July?
Yes, I do.
And if you could, for the record, kind of point and identify the area he's in and describe an item of clothing that he's wearing and he's sitting to his right.
He's sitting to my right at the defense counsel's table. He has on a gray shirt, a gray suit, lighter blue, possibly lighter gray shirt with a striped tie.
Okay. And if we're looking from your vantage point, to his right, is it a male or female sitting next to Mr. Conley?
From my point of view,
Yes.
to my, it's a female to his right, a male to his left.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that the witness, Mr. Jones, has identified the defendant, Julian Conley.
It will.
I don't want to get into any real specifics, other than was the interview with Mr. Conley and Mr. Patterson that you did on July 13th of 2020, was that videotaped and aired on WSB-TV Live?
It was videotaped and aired. It was a lead story, I believe, at 5, and it was at the top of the 6 o'clock newscast.
Okay. And this time around in the state, going to tender state exhibit 106 and 106A. States 106A is a certificate of authenticity as it relates to state 106, which is the news story that was recorded in this link. My brain is working. It was recorded and then later aired with Mr. Jones, the defendant, and Mr. Patterson.
So the first one is the video, the second one is the certificate of authenticity.
Yes, Your Honor. So I would be tendering these through the business records exception. It was noticed defense counsel previously, and it's a self-authenticated document due to the certificate of authenticity.
No objections to that.
To the admission of both those exhibits.
No, no objection to the certificate of authenticity and the business records exception.
What is your objection to?
The other, is it the entire news, is it the entire news story? If it's the entire news story, I'd object to that.
It's the entire news story that was served to the defense counsel years ago.
Can we approach Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, permission to public?
Yes. Granted, it's admitted and you can publish both exhibits. Mr. Jones, can you see on your screen?
I can. Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you.
is pleading with the public to help find her killer. We spoke exclusively to one of the men who police say is a person of interest in that shooting.
Channel 2's Tom Jones live in Midtown Atlanta. And Tom, the man told you he's comfortable speaking publicly because he says he didn't shoot anyone.
George, that's what Julian Conley says. He admits he was at the scene, says he saw what happened, but says he did not shoot anyone. I attended a news conference on Zoom where 8-year-old Secoriea Turner's parents pleaded with the public for help finding her killer.
The parents of 8-year-old Secoriea Turner pleaded for help finding the person who shot and killed their daughter. Secoriea was in her mother's SUV July 4th on University Avenue. That's when gunmen, who police say had illegally barricaded the entrance to the store they were trying to get to, opened fire on the car, killing the child. Police have named 2 people as persons of interest. Attorneys for the family says someone knows who they are.
We want the community to show in getting his name
Julius Conley.
Attorney Jackie Patterson says Julian Conley is the second person of interest police are looking for. He says Conley did not shoot Secoriea.
He was on the scene on that particular day, but he committed no crime whatsoever.
Conley told me he feels terribly sorry about what happened to Secoriea.
But at the end of the day, I had nothing to do with it.
I asked if Patterson will make Conley available to police.
We have nothing to say to the police. We just want the public to know that this man is innocent.
Meanwhile, Secoria's mother says she wants to hear from anyone who knows what happened.
You don't have to call the police, lawyers, nobody. Right, me, call me.
And the reward for a conviction in this case is now at $50,000. Patterson says Conley doesn't know the name of the person who shot Secoriea, but he says he can explain how the shooting unfolded. I'll be working on that part of the story for Channel 2 Action News at 6. We're live in Midtown Atlanta. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
And the reward in this case is now $50,000. All you have to do is call Crime Stoppers at 404-577-8477. You don't have to give your name, and you can still get that reward. Again, at number 404-577-TIPS.
But at the end of the day,
Okay, you want to cut it off now?
A man called a person of interest in an 8-year-old girl's murder, saying he's innocent. Only Channel 2 Action News exposed. There's a channel.
There's still another minute and a half with the interview between.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was it. I thought it was starting over again. Sorry.
Only Channel 2 Action News spoke with him today. Channel 2's Tom Jones was live on this story in Midtown. So Tom, the man said that he was there that night, but he didn't shoot into that car.
That is right, Justin. Julian Conley says he was right there. He told me he had a weapon, but says he didn't fire it one time. He says he was at the scene and didn't know the shooter, and he feels bad that a child lost her life.
I feel terribly sorry about what happened to Secoriea Turner.
19-year-old Julian Conley admits he was at the scene on University Avenue July 4th when 8-year-old Secoriea Turner was shot and killed.
Did you shoot anyone?
No.
Did you open fire that day?
No, sir.
Attorney Jackie Patterson says his client saw himself on television as a person of interest.
The fact that he looked like he's guilty by showing somebody's picture on television, he had to set the record straight.
Police have been searching for the gunman who shot Secoriea near the Wendy's where Rayshard Brooks was killed. Officers say someone shot in Secoria's mother's car after she tried to get through an illegal barricade someone had set up. Patterson says Conley told him a man driving Secoria's mother's car drove through the barricade and hit a man with a rifle.
And when that person fell to the ground, that person got up and started firing at that vehicle.
I asked if he will allow his client to talk to police.
We have nothing to say to the police. We just want the public to know that this man is innocent.
At this news conference, Secoria's parents pleaded for the public to come forward and tell who killed their daughter.
The lady, she had a neck shirt and she was recording. Please come forward.
And I asked police about Conley's version of what happened. This was their response. We would encourage Mr. Conley to contact investigators and speak with them regarding the investigation. At this time, the investigation continues. Now, there is now a $50,000 reward in this case. We're live in Midtown Atlanta. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
And a lot of interest to get this one right. Tom, thanks.
Well, thank you. No further questions from the stage.
Any cross-examination from Mr. Jones?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you.
I have no questions for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, could he be excused?
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Okay, members of the jury, we're going to adjourn for the day, and we'll begin again tomorrow morning at 9:30. Thank you. Bring your lunches tomorrow.